Why are you yawning?
You're boring me with your whiteness. I don't know. You were supposed to be the one to do the intro.
Fuck y'all.
Do it. No! Do a proper greeting for our viewers.
Wow, what's up, guys? Today we're going to read some Reddit stories. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, we're gonna read
Oh
three
shit.
M
Sorry.
we're gonna shut up. We're gonna read three MIDSO stories. I mean by we Ia is going to read MIDSO stories and I'm gonna read three best of Redditor update stories.
Forcing you to do the intros whether you like them or not. The first story is from Am I the Asshole? It is titled Am I the Asshole for telling my housemate she owes me new bed sheets? I realize this is probably so childish, but I'm 28 years old, and my housemate Nikki is also 29 years old, and we're both girls. All of our stuff is separate. As there's two of us, so it's easy, so her stuff is to the right and mine is to the left in the storage. I put my food on the left side of the fridge, my cups are in the left side of the cupboard, etc. This was her idea. Our bedding is different because our linen cupboard isn't wide enough and doesn't have shelving. We use these big plastic storage containers and have labeled them. This was also Nikki's idea. Last week I bought a setup as winter's starting and I noticed my room gets really cold at night. There are these fuzzy sheets that my mom recommended as she said they get very warm. I washed them and packed them away so I could change my sheets on Sunday. Sunday comes and my sheets aren't there. I look around in all obvious places, but I can't find them, so I ask Nikki and she tells me that she borrowed them as her room was getting cold. I said that wasn't her decision to make and I wanted them back so I could wash and use them. She said I probably won't want them back now as she had sex with her boyfriend on them.
Oh my god.
Oh, here's where I should probably mention I have contamination OCD or COCD, and Nikki knows this. I snapped and told her that she owes me new bed sheets as she knows that I won't be able to use these now. I'll be stuck for hours cleaning them and still wouldn't be able to sleep on them properly. She told me that's ridiculous, that I need to get over it and I either need to suck it up and share or just replace them myself. I know I can just buy new sets, but why should I have to? Why should I have to? She never asked to use them, and I feel like it's crazy rude to have sex on your housemate's sheets even if you don't have OCD. Maybe I'm just crazy. Yes, it's obviously most people can just clean them and be done with it, but it's still kind of rude. I feel like she told me they had sex on them as she knew I wouldn't want them back, that she did that effectively to steal them from me. But she said that I was crazy for thinking that. Basically, am I the asshole for wanting her to replace my bed sheets? So, the first that it comes, I had a few comments about hotels, so I'll post how hotels usually work for me here. It doesn't make it fear. Fuck. It does make it fairly hard, but when I went away recently, I managed to do really well just bringing my own sheets. It used to be that I wouldn't be able to sleep in a hotel because everything was contaminated, like with a disease or a harmful substance, and I needed to clean it. So I would be out for hours putting things in the wash and checking for any contaminations. I'll wake up and suddenly have the belief that they weren't really clean anymore and I'll start up again. When I say checking for contaminations as well, I mean I'll check on one side, check on the other, and then go, okay, I need to check the other side again just to be sure I haven't missed it. It was pretty debilitating for a while, but it's getting a lot better for me, especially since with the right meds and treatment team. I think this is getting to me because it's not a normal stressor. Yeah, I use my sheets get dirty through the week. It feels more deliberate and could have been avoided. And the last edit is, guys, I live in the southern hemisphere, especially like specifically Australia, where winter just started. Which
I I would like to say that it's kind of funny the edits are not addressing like any
yeah,
of the behaviors of the roommates. They're obviously just answering to the curious comments of the commenters.
I know this is like so silly. Like, why does she have to explain these things?
Took away my bed sheets and just like fucked on them. That would piss me off too,
Dude,
especially without asking me.
we have separate rooms for a reason. Why are you getting into my stuff? And you made the rule that we should separate our stuff. Like, why are you breaking that now? It just feels super unreasonable and it's like very cruel. Obviously, the OP is not the asshole, but this is just one of the reasons why people just hate living with roommates. I feel like.
Yeah, and also it's crazy to me that the roommate is like, no, you're being crazy by thinking that I just brought that fact up just to, make sure you won't want them back.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, also, I fucked all over your sheets. By the way, you can have it back. You can have it back, but like just
yeah,
so
I
you
just
know.
shat all over your sheets. Like, there's plenty of bodily fluids on there. I got sick, so, like, I puked all over it also, so, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you can wash them if you still want them. The thing is, like, with people's things, especially stuff that is, like, related to their hygienic stuff, like their bed sheets, their bathrobes, their towels, etc., you don't touch them. Like, even when I visit a friend's house, I feel a little, like, hesitant to sit on someone's, like, bed or chair with my
Mm.
outside clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having sex on your roommate's bed sheets is insane.
Yes. Oh my god.
Okay, so my story is from Best of Redditor Updates. It's called My 24F Boyfriend 26M of 6 months told me that I need to unlove the man from my past before I can love him. This post was from originally Big Platypus and was posted on, I don't know, originally posted on r/relationships on July 13, 2019. I've been dating Mark for 6 months and have known him for around 8 months. I just moved to my current 9 months ago for grad school, and Mark was one of the first people that I became close with. He's been really great and helped me feel comfortable in a new city. Recently, Mark and I said, I love you for the first time. Everything was fine for a while until he told me that I was the first person he's ever said that to. I was a little surprised, but not in a bad way, and didn't really make a big deal out of it. He asked me how many other guys I've said it to. I told him one. That seemed to bother him. Mark knows that I'm still occasionally in contact with one of my exes, Ally, and it has never been an issue for Mark. However, after our conversation, Mark asked if Eli was the ex I said I love you to. I was honest and said yes. Background: Eli and I grew up together and dated from when we were 15 to 22. We broke up when I got accepted to grad school and found out I'd have to move across the country because we realized that we had grown into different people and weren't going to spend our lives together. The breakup was extremely amicable and we remained close friends while I was in town before I moved, and we talk maybe once a week currently, just basic how are you texts. Mark asked me how I feel about Eli now. I said that while I don't love him romantically anymore, he was a huge part of my life since childhood, and I still have very positive feelings about him and consider him an important person. Mark kept pressing, asking me if I still love Eli in any sense. I said that no, I am not in love with him, but Mark almost didn't seem to believe me. He kept prodding until I said that I will always love Eli as a person and respect him a lot, but that I have no romantic connection to him and fully accept that we are different people now. Mark was upset by this. The next day, Mark told me he doesn't think that I can truly love him unless I learn to unlove the man from my past. I asked what he meant, and again clarified that I am not in love with Eli, and he said that I should retain no love in any form for any other guys I've been with. I was, quite honestly, shocked and tried to explain to him that me loving someone as a friend is totally and completely different than being romantically in love with someone, and that he is the only one I have feelings for. He insisted that I need to change my feelings about Eli. He seemed he almost seemed mad that I'm not resentful over the breakup. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Is this totally weird and out of line, or am I overreacting? Just to be clear, Eli and I talk very sparingly. Probably 10 texts a week, if that, just to check in. I have no feelings for him anymore. But he was a huge part of my life for many, many years, and I don't think it's unreasonable for me to have a generally positive feelings for him. Is Marco out of line, or am I? Edit, just for context. Since people are hung up on 10 texts a week, Mark and I easily exchange 50 to 100 texts a day, and we see each other multiple times a week. So I consider 10 texts to be a brief conversation. It's a very surface level, how are you? How's work? Type of thing. It's not in depth. TLDR, boyfriend says I have to unlove my ex before I can love him. I clarify that I love and respect my ex as a person, but have no romantic love for him. Boyfriend is deeply upset. Who's being unreasonable? Reddit user 622 said, you can have positive feelings for an ex and remain on friendly terms, but talking to them weekly is a little too much. I get that sparingly, but if the situation was reversed, would you feel comfortable if you texted this ex every week? The demand to unlove your ex, however, is ridiculous. We all have pasts. You've already explained your feelings as platonic, and he's taking it to the extreme. If you want to save your current relationship, stop texting this ex weekly and see if that helps. If he doesn't let go of his argument, it might be time to find someone who is less insecure. OP responded, I do understand what you're saying, however, just as a side note, Mark works on a two-person team with his ex and sees her every day in the office. They're not necessarily friends, but they have a friendly relationship. It's never bothered me, so I don't think it's fair to say I would not care if the situation was reversed. Maybe this is just incompatibility. I can't read that. I'm not retaking that. Sorry, guys. Update on August 7th, 2019, 1 month later. Figured I'd update my post from about a month ago. Unfortunately, there wasn't a happy ending, but I am very grateful for all of the advice I received here. Thank you, Reddit, for helping me keep my head on straight. After I made my first post, I read all the comments and thought about everything for a few days. A lot of people mentioned that they would not be comfortable with the frequency of my communication with my ex. I thought that was very fair. People also mentioned that Mark's behavior was pre-controlling and not okay. I also thought that was fair. I went to talk to Mark and told him that I understood if he was uncomfortable with me being in touch with Eli weekly, and that I would be totally willing to cut that down. I also reiterated that I was not currently in love with Eli and hadn't been for a while. Mark was understanding this time and seemed happy with the fact that I offered to cut down my contact with Eli. But then I told Mark that although I was willing to do this, I wasn't happy with how he approached the issue and that I found his behavior controlling. I basically told him that I want to approach issues in a more rational way and I would appreciate if he'd open the dialogue rather than just telling me what to do, and that I wouldn't put up with him trying to command me to do something, especially something so ridiculous. I said everything in the same tone as I used for the first half of the conversation. I wasn't yelling at him or admonishing him, just trying to let him know where my boundaries are. You guys, Mark flew off the handle. He started screaming at me. I obviously wasn't having it, so I got up to leave. He started throwing dishes and random kitchen items at me, and grabbed me and slapped my hand. Oh my god! Okay, wait. He started throwing dishes at me and random kitchen items at me, and grabbed me and slammed my head into the door jamb. I ended up with a nasty black eye and a busted lip. Luckily for me, a neighbor heard the commotion and called the cops. Mark was arrested and I was taken to the hospital. Yes, I'm pressing charges and filed a restraining order. Overall, it was a horrible incident, but I'm glad this happened earlier in the relationship rather than later. And I am forever grateful for the neighbor who called the cops. I'm also grateful to most of you guys for telling me I wasn't being insane in my first post and for pointing out early warning signs. It wasn't the best ending, but I am okay and I'm just glad it's over. Take this as a cautionary tale, I guess. TLDR, tried to have a rational conversation with Mark. He gave me a black eye and a busted lip. It's over, thank God. Edits. I've gotten a lot of concerned messages, which I appreciate, telling me to watch out for Mark now and that abusers are often at their most dangerous right after a breakup. Just to ease everyone's mind, I'm staying with a classmate who Mark does not know for the time being, so I'm well protected. Thanks everyone.
Wow.
That was intense.
I was not expecting that. I mean, God. Oh, that sucks. What else am I supposed to say? I was expecting, I don't know, like them to talk like a human being.
I mean, I kind of saw it coming that if someone is willing to make such a unreasonable comment to like unlove someone from your past as if you can do that to I didn't expect him to be very rational. I didn't expect him to be physically abusive, but I
Yeah.
guess it tracks.
I mean, it was like more or less me not like it's very obvious the dude is like insecure with himself. Like like no normal person says unlove someone that you care about for a long time, even if even if Eli wasn't really an ex, like a childhood friend maybe. Like you can just stop loving a person. It doesn't really work that way, especially when you have
Exactly.
a platonic relationship built up. But
Exactly.
definitely not expecting that explosion. That's so
Yeah,
scary. I'm
that
glad
is
she's okay.
horrifying. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that she's doing just fine out there,
Yes.
and I'm hoping that Mark stays the fuck away from her.
Yeah.
And any other woman, I guess.
Yeah, 0 to 100.
Jesus.
Am I the asshole for refusing to call my income a temporary hobby when my cousin asked how I bought a car? I make a living through online game markets. It's mostly MMO economy, digital goods, trading, leveling up, and other services I'm capable of providing within games I play. I know it sounds strange to people outside of the field, but this has been my main source of income for several years now. I pay taxes, rent a place, bought myself a car, save money in case something goes wrong, and my income is gradually growing. It's not just sitting in front of my PC and playing all day. It involves clients, scheduling, bookkeeping, some risk, monitoring, competition, and plenty of routine work. I graduated from college with a degree of cybersecurity, but I didn't go to work. I I graduated. I I
Uh,
okay.
uh, 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 uh.
I graduated from college with a degree in cybersecurity, but I didn't go to work in that field full time. I find it interesting, but more as a hobby. I didn't want to sit at a job that didn't suit me for 40 hours a week just so my job title would sound decent to my relatives. My family is very career focused. My brother just works at a law firm, my cousins in finance and corporate. They don't yell at me or anything like that, but they constantly treat my work like it's just a phase. My mom says it's awkward for her to explain to people what I do because it doesn't sound stable. Recently, my younger cousin asked me how I was able to buy a car. I answered honestly that I make money online through game markets, but I immediately added that it's not easy money, it's not guaranteed, and it's no reason to neglect school. I said that I managed to turn a niche I understand well into an income, but that doesn't mean everyone should do the same. Later, my mom called me and said I should have called it a temporary hobby. According to her, now my cousin can take that he can just sit around playing games and not build a proper career. I said I wouldn't lie about my life just to make adults feel better. I didn't advertise it as easy money, I just refused to pretend that my work was real. My brother later wrote that I romanticize gaming and one day I'll regret not having a normal resume. I understand my job really is strange and may seem unstable, though you can be fired etc. on an ordinary job too, but that's how I pay bills, taxes, rent, savings, and bought a car. It drives me crazy that my family sees the result of my work and still calls it the work itself toys. Am I the asshole?
No. As much.
Technically, they are kind of right that when they say, yes, it is very unstable and finding a job through cybersecurity would make a lot more sense. in my
Well,
opinion.
yes, but also he does mention to his like younger cousin. I'm assuming it's a man. Oh my god, that's very sexist of me. They 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 do explain to their younger cousin that it's not really easy or stable work, but they do explain that they do this. Like they're not like I don't know how young this cousin is, but I'm assuming they're in high school at least.
I
So
assume they
like
were in university.
I they made it seem like the cousin is a child.
Mm.
So
Because like sit around playing games and not build a proper career, I guess that may apply to, you're right. I was just like thinking in the long run, like this is the type of like this gives no job security at all. Like at
yeah,
all.
yeah, but like they managed to genuinely like make a good living out of it, even if
Mhm.
it's like unstable. Like people have unstable jobs all the time. All freelancers do. But
That's
you
true.
don't tell a freelancer that what they're doing is just a temporary hobby or that their work isn't real work. After all,
Mhm.
it's putting food onto their table, and this guy is making enough dough to, get a car and even have a savings account.
Yeah. Should we see what the comments say?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the first after deleted comment says you're violating game choice by playing on other people's accounts, MRTing and harming the economy. How is this any different from those Chinese gold farms or Elon's Path of Exile meal? Oh my god. Do you know that? Do you know that?
Yeah,
That's so niche.
isn't it when he was like pretending to play this
Yes.
game but he just bought it off of like some other
Uh-huh.
player?
Yeah. They say not the asshole for the interaction with your cousin, but you're definitely an asshole for choice of hobby slash job.
Maybe
And
because I'm not too involved in the MMO community, but I don't really see this as something genuinely harmful.
I mean, the thing is, any type of life service game is always a tricky job to pick. Because at some
True,
point, it's just going to shut down.
true, but like harming the economy feels a little too intense. Like
Oh,
the guy is just like
no,
playing.
they're talking about the game's economy. I
Oh,
think, yes. The comments underneath that says, and that's why IP bans, and that's why, and that's why IP bans and VPN hunts are getting more and more enforced because apparently that's so normal now. You can just pay tax with it. With gaming becoming the norm, respect, valors, and etiquette are dead. No rules for the. I guess I feel like this is just a bunch of nerd stuff.
oh no,
Sorry.
the one viewer we have. What if they turn out to be what if they turn out to be a nerd? We're so sorry,
I
but
mean,
I also don't really care.
I did play the devil's advocate and say that they were like everyone did suck here, kind of.
Well,
Like I don't like as a respectable gamer. I don't really enjoy it myself when people abuse the gray grounds of the MMORPGs. But at the same time, like you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I don't know. I would like this is the type of things I feel like most YouTubers and Twitch streamers face when they were the platforms were smaller, being like,
mm,
"Oh, I'm a YouTuber." Yeah, I kind of do make money sometimes. And now
yeah,
it's more of a respectable thing to do. I guess this maybe can be building up to that, maybe in the future because gaming is becoming more normalized and like more popularized.
yeah. Also, to be fair on the parents and the family side, it is apparently, unlike what I said before, illegal. Like, it is a written rule that you can't do this, which I
Yeah.
would understand why they would be like mad at him for promoting a technically illegal job.
Yeah.
However, they aren't like this, like, they aren't insulting him just because. they think it's like illegal. They are insulting him because they don't respect gaming in general and don't really see
I mean,
his job as a, well, job.
yeah, the thing is, like, I can't even be mad because I'm imagining this, like, 60-year-old woman who came, like, who has a line of lawyers underneath her belt and she herself is a lawyer and looking at her chud son, like, damn. Not that he's a chud or anything, I'm just like, in her point of view,
Maybe it's not a
that's how it
son. Maybe
is.
it's a lady,
Keep
or
it in your
maybe
pants.
it's a maybe they're not conforming to gender standards.
Girl? You're a girl? You're a girl? Are you a girl? Are you a girl?
You know what? I'm hoping that they're girl. That sounds kind of badass.
I mean, the person who is posting is, their name is Marlene Marina.
Oh shit. Okay, well we got a criminal baddie over here.
Every single thing I said, I take it back. She's perfect, actually.
Exactly. Fuck her family. They're haters.
Okay. Next story.
Yay! It was posted on Am I Overreacting by Soul Knight XD and then reposted on Best of Reddit Updates. The first post was made December 30th. Oh, fuck, okay. Am I overreacting when I refuse to look at my dad after what he told us? Hi Reddit, this is my first time posting in this community, so please bear with me. I am 17. My older sister, 21, is in a very messy family. I don't know what to do now that everything is messier, and I've been thinking about it too much. To start, my sister and I grew up knowing our parents fought often. Our dad isn't the greatest. When I was around 4 and my sister was around 8, our dad cheated on our mom. And around 2021, our dad cheated again. My sister was the first to find out when she saw a text on his phone. Now to the main point. It's been a while since anything messy happened. There are still some hiccups in the family, like our dad trying to fight us, but that was it. I thought everything would be just like that, but yesterday my sister and I were hanging out in her room and we were having a good time. Our dad came into her room and said that he needed to tell us something. He
Ominous.
told us, yes. He told us that we have a little sister, not from our mom. The kid was from another woman. At that moment, I didn't know what to do. I was starting to cry because he proceeded to tell us that the kid was 3 years old. 3 goddamn years old. For 3 years, I thought everything would stop there. For 3 years, I thought everything would be just me, my sister, and my mom trying to get over him and his mistakes. He told us that we shouldn't tell mom yet and that he needed to be the one to tell her. Well, why are you telling this to your children? Yesterday was also our grandma's birthday. Our dad brought the kid along and told us to bond with her. My sister told me that she couldn't even fathom trying to bond with the kid because it was just so sudden and that she can't do it. We were forced to take family photos with everyone and the kid. I couldn't even smile so happily because it was all too much to take in. I've cried over and over again. I've been thinking about how our other families would see us and when they already belittle my sister and me too much for having separated parents. Oh my god, this family sucks. Our dad tried to take photos with me, my sister, and him, and the kid. I genuinely didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be in the picture. I tried pulling away, and he just gripped my arm and forced me to be in the picture. I felt so wrong standing there with this kid I barely know. It feels wrong to see my dad be so caring towards the kid, to treat her so nicely when he didn't treat us like that when my sister and I were growing up. He called us names, cursed at us, and hurt us while he treated the kid like she had been there since the beginning. I can't bond with her, I don't want to, because it feels like I'm betraying myself and my mom. Our dad owes us a lot. He liked being a father, he liked being a husband. He had the chance to make it up to us, but it just feels like all his mistakes were falling on us. I've been thinking whether I should have tried to at least talk with the kid, but I couldn't even look at her. I can't even look at my dad. I've been thinking if I can even call my dad dad anymore. I don't know what to do anymore or how I should feel. It's eating my conscience. So tell me, am I overreacting?
Ooh, what is this
Relevant.
lineup of
What?
horrible stories? My god. Oh my god. I'm just devastated reading this.
Yeah, this is just so sad. The fact that they are involving this kid and his sister and like they're blaming the children instead of the fucking dad. The whole family is just like instead of supporting these children who need their
Oh my
support,
god.
are just like, blaming these kids.
Also, from the top comment, I just realized the mom doesn't know.
Uh, Maybe. I don't know. How do you bring a like an affair child into a family event without your mom knowing? Like,
Audacity.
exactly. Relevant comments. You need to tell your mom. OP said, I want to, but I don't know what the outcome will be. We still live with our dad, and I don't know what he might do not only to me, but my older sister as well. Commenter 2. Your feelings are absolutely valid. You don't owe anyone a relationship just because a parent says so. Your father is looking for a way to get past looking like the deadbeat dad he is, and I'm so sorry you're going through so much at 17. You can't make someone change the way you want, but only you can change how you react to it. Commenter 3 said, I'm so sorry for the hurt your dad and his actions have caused. I hope at some point you're able to express your feelings to him as adults. Perhaps seek counseling and ask that he comes with you. I feel bad for his new child that he didn't ask to be brought into this nor have done anything to anyone. Best wishes for peace for you and your family. Update 1. May 28, 2026, nearly 5 months later. Update. They knew. Hello everyone, it's been a while since I interacted with the sub. For context, you can read my last post here. To summarize what happened last time, on December 29, my dad revealed to my sister and me that he had a kid outside of our family before we left to celebrate our grandmother's birthday. The kid was brought along so my sister and I could bond with her. Now, to this update, a few months back, maybe around January or February, I overheard my dad talking to his kid on a call. He asked if she liked the toys she got and that it was from our cousins. Our family knows about this kid, they knew, and they gave her old toys and clothes from their now grown kids. This made me feel even more frustrated than ever. Not only is he telling this child to call my sister and me big sisters when we don't want to, but our family on our father's side knew about her. And today, while I was washing the dishes, I heard him talking to his kid, and he was talking to his mistress. He was still in contact with this woman through the kid. I admit that it sounds like I have so much grudge against him, and that makes me sound like I'm making him look like a monster.
He
But he's
is.
still a man who failed my mom, my sister, and me. My sister and I tried hinting to our mom about the kid, asking her questions about how she'll feel if she finds out that dad has a kid other than us. All she said was that she's long over him, that if he does have one, then it's not her business anymore. I'm still mad. I have incomprehensible feelings. I want out. But for now, this is my update until he actually tells our mom about this kid himself. Edit 1. I apologize for making it sound like I'm mad at the child. No, I'm not. It's just that I do not understand how to feel about her. I still can't accept that I have a sister outside of her family, but this is the reality I have to live in. Edit 2. I'm sorry for all the comments telling that I should tell her. This is pressuring me to tell her even more. Those are fine, but blatantly attacking me isn't helping. I see who you take after. Way to prioritize yourself over your mom. That isn't fine. I'm still 17, I'm still a minor. I'm constantly under a lot of pressure. If you do not want to understand or read the last post, then please don't attack me. I'm sorry. There are a
Okay.
lot of more comments, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let's
skip
just skip
over.
the update.
Final update. May 30th, 2026, 2 days later. Hello, I'm the guy that some Redditors believe I am siding with my cheating dad. To catch up, you can read these posts about what the situation is like. Okay, to start, I want to thank everyone who tried to understand and the people who have told us tell our mom, it encouraged me to talk to my sister about it. To those who are attacking me and claiming I am siding with my dad and betraying my mom, no, I am not siding with the man who made our lives worse, and no, my mother did not think she was betrayed. The other morning I felt this heavy feeling in my chest, and I had to talk to my sister about it. I told her that I can no longer hold in the pressure crushing my chest, and I wanted to tell mom so badly about the child. Someone in the comments of my last post pointed out that 6 months was too long, and they were right. Those 6 months have been difficult, and not telling my mom has been eating at my conscience. My sister told me to call her and we can tell her together. We called our mom and told her the situation and how it made us feel. We told her that it's been hard to tell her because she was so stressed from work and that she gets sick often because of it, that we didn't want to burden her even more. She told us that she expected this long ago when things started falling apart, that whatever is bothering us will never burden her. She said that our dad has a life now and that doesn't involve us, so he shouldn't be in our life. She didn't condemn us, she just told us that we're wasting tears on a man that doesn't care anymore, that we should focus on our studies and graduating, that our dad, his kid, and his mistress will never stop us from doing better in life, that he's just another curve that will pass. She told us to wipe our tears away and be brave for her and for ourselves. After that call, it made me realize that I was still trying to forgive him and give him hope, that I was wasting my forgiveness on someone who will never treat us like he treats his new child. She's my sister, regardless of what I do, but our mom told us that we just have to accept it, but it's our choice if we do or do not want a bond with the child. Today, we're staying with our mom in her apartment that's far from our dad. She talked to us she talked to us about what will happen. She's now in contact with an attorney and will be talking to our father about the properties and legal separation. She told us that she wants to liquidate the properties so me and my sister will have financial backing, so what she owns will not be given to our dad's illegitimate child, that what's hers are ours and ours alone. Our mom is working hard with the attorney to settle everything. Our mom made it clear that my sister and I, if our father cared for us, he wouldn't be like this. But the harsh reality, even in the beginning of their marriage, he refused to settle to what he already had. They will be separating and that is for the better. Me, my sister, and my mom deserve to be free from his problems and his family who belittles us. Once this is over, we won't be interacting with our father's side of the family and possibly him. They made a fool out of us and we're over it. Tomorrow will be a new day and it will be a fun swimming trip. Before I end this, I just want to say that if someone you know or you are going through this, just know that it will get better. You can take your time and you can speak up once you're ready. You don't need to force it out if you have fears as I did. Just know that when things feel secure and you feel you have enough courage to speak up, do it. We all move at our own pace of recovering and moving on. No one can tell you when to react because maybe a problem that hurt you so much that you you refuse you refuse to speak up until you know you're safe. There's nothing wrong with prioritizing yourself, especially if you're still young like me. You don't need to grow up fast or grow a spine. Make sure you're safe always. It's been hard, but things will get better. This is my final update at the moment. Thank you for reading. Concluding comments. OP on if she and her sister can live with their mother. OP says, we're trying to look for a place to move into. The only issue at the moment is that we can't find an apartment due to how busy she is with her physically taxing work. We will know, but we wouldn't know when.
Damn.
Genuinely made me so sad that this happened to like these people. Like I don't understand how people can be so cruel.
I God. I mean, this is such a messy dynamic to even have. I have no words. I genuinely don't have words. The amount of therapy this family needs is truly like exhausting. Like The mother, I mean, she has the most mature and respectable decision that she has come to is to pretty much act like this is just a step on their business or whatever it's called. Like, this is just a facet of life that you need to get over, and not really get over, but to not let it get to you and move on with your life, because what can you do in a situation like this? You just need to move on.
Like, obviously, she has seen some shit while she was with this man,
Yeah.
so she has became hardened. I'm really sad that these children had to suffer through this. Even the older sister who's 21, like 21 is such a young age, and the fact that she grew up like this is such a sad thing to have happened. And I'm so glad that they are getting out of the situation.
Yes.
I hope the road from now on is smoother. I hope the family, like the father side of the family, fucks off forever. I hope the father backs up and, they don't need to deal with him unless
Hmm.
they want to.
I hope all of the children grow up safe and happy. Even the little
Exactly.
child. Like,
Of course.
yeah.
I mean, she didn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay. Our last story comes 6 days ago. It's from Am I the Asshole, called Am I the Asshole for Taking Away My Nephew's Birthday Present? My sister, 36 female, has been a single mother for the last year. Her husband passed away in an unexpected car crash. So me, 32 female, and my husband, 37 male, have been helping her a lot. I have one daughter, 11 female, and my sister has two sons, 12 and 9 respectively. My daughter has always been tomboyish, so the kids get along pretty well. My daughter and her younger cousin have pretty close birthdays, so presents for both have been a little hard on us financially. My sister kids had it pretty hard on them since losing their dad. I mean, obviously. Anyways, for a few months now, my sister has been struggling financially, and both my daughter and her younger son have been waiting for a Switch too. Since their birthdays are really close, we decided we would get them each a Nintendo Switch too. My sister chipping in as much as she can towards her sons. About a week ago, my daughter's birthday party came around. She unwrapped her gift and her eyes completely lit up. She opened her following presents and saw we bought her a few games. Sister knew we did not get that for her son. My sister already seemed pretty upset. I got my daughter an extra stuff. I admit I used the money my sister pitched in to get the games, but again, I also bought her son a Switch too. My daughter and her friends, plus my sister's kids, started playing on the Switch. I immediately starting a Mario Party game. Us dolls were chatting and did not realize how close the Switch was set up towards the couch. The Switch had a setup that made it connect to the TV. They left it close so the controllers could plug in, I guess. The game was about over when I heard my nephew yell something about it being rigged. I turned around and watched my nephew smash his cup filled with Sprite on the ground, where it splashed all over the Switch. The console seemed pretty damaged and I was really upset. This was an expensive gift and it's ruined the day my daughter received it. My daughter started crying and then he followed, so I reacted in the moment. I went upstairs, grabbed the Switch, which already wrapped. I had my daughter unwrap it and my sister was furious. I paid $100 into it. You know he has emotional trouble since he lost his dad. I snapped and said something about him destroying my daughter's gift. It was incredibly awkward and the party ended. It's been about a day and my sister has not responded to any of my calls. Should I have not said that? Should I have just let my daughter with a broken Switch? Let me know. Edit for clarity. We paid almost $1,000 for both Switches. The 100 didn't feel like a big enough difference to include it, so we used to buy her games. The Switch seems to be completely ruined. It wasn't just a splash, since he threw the cup to the floor, the entire cup of soda got inside the Switch. Update 1. A response from my sister. My sister texted me saying it was my fault for letting him play, knowing he has issues. I responded saying it's not my job to parent her. If she wants, I can return the $100, but I paid for the $500 Switch. Her kid is 9, not 5. She responded very angrily saying I shouldn't punish him when he's grieving, but I'm not exactly sure what to respond with. Update number 2. So I texted back saying his father's death is sad, but it's not an excuse for him to take accountability. He's clearly underlying issues, and she should take him to therapy. She then called me sobbing, saying I need to pay for his therapy because I traumatized him by taking away his Switch. I said I already pay for your groceries. My husband and I are not made of money. She's asking to meet up at a coffee shop tomorrow, so I will update y'all. Update number 3, and the last update up to date. I took it into an electronics shop to see the damage. The inside is coated in sugar crystals now, I'm assuming from the Sprite, and it's pretty water damage. It can be fixed, but it will probably be around $250, so I will give the $100 back and try to sell the damaged Switch. Or I can ask for another $150 to repair it and give the damaged one to my nephew. Not sure what to do here.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure how to respond to this. Obviously, the sister is the asshole,
God,
but
I feel like
I
OP is the asshole too.
OP is the asshole too because at the end of the day, we're punishing children for bad parenting.
Also, not even like I can't even be calling it bad parenting because she not only lost a husband, but the children lost a father. Like they're all
That's
actively, all of them are grieving.
They are grieving. I'm pretty sure this is a very tough situation, but
Mhm.
you know, I it's such a sad situation
Mhm.
because like I wanna be mad at the sister. I feel like she is an asshole, but she has the right to be an asshole. But
Yeah.
at the same time, the OP didn't do anything to warrant this kind of behavior.
Yeah. I feel like OP is has also like their mean moments in this post, but at the same time, I mean, financial help isn't the same with emotional help. I feel like they're doing great financially by helping her sister with like money and her needs and groceries and stuff. But I feel like she's not really thinking about the fact that these children are actively grieving. Like I know they're not 5 and they're in fact 9, but 9-year-old is still a child. I mean,
Yeah,
they have tantrums because they just lost a father.
yeah. It is. It's so sad. I mean, I can tell the OP has some resentments that has built up because,
Yes.
she doesn't really see the $100 that she put in as like much, even though it's probably a lot considering that she has to suddenly like support two children
Mhm.
and like, the fucking household on her own
Yeah.
now that she's a single parent, even if she does receive help from them. I don't think the OP is being very considerate towards her situation.
Yeah, again, like, thank you for the financial help, but emotionally, are you there as a sister?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just very unfortunate. All of our stories today has been like very uplifting. Thank you. Like incredible,
The
incredible lineup.
the thumbnail will just be that one story where the OP is being a badass MMO illegal trade market something, I don't know.
Or we just have both of us crying. So I think this is the top comment. It says everyone sucks here. As a parent, you need to be supervising the children playing with the console. Why is a brand new console on the floor? Everyone here played a role in that in what occurred is what they say. But at the same time, the thing is, when I was young, and we had our consoles, like we just I don't know, like it was all over the place. I think I no one really supervised us with those either, so I don't really know how to. I don't know if I agree with that comment particularly.
I mean, I guess the newer like technology is always bound to be a little more, sensitive. So
Mhm.
maybe, they should have, but they are right that they should have been supervised instead of, the
Yeah.
parents just mingling on their own. You should always keep an
Yes.
eye out for young children, especially if they are prone to
Mhm.
fuck, temper tantrums.
Also, the fact that they were in the same room is like maybe you could just peek over a little.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Mhm.
they should have been seeing this coming. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this is just like really unfortunate. I can't really be like I can't even blame the nephew because I feel like even if he did throw the sprite out of it temper tantrum or like out of anger, he probably like children don't can't really see the future. Like they don't have that near
Yeah,
sightness yet.
yeah,
It's like a slow
exactly.
developing thing. I feel like this is a consequence he will remember in the future. So I
Yeah,
guess it was an unfortunate learning moment for him.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
Just
it's
sad.
sad. It is a
God.
very expensive gift, so I cannot see why the
Yeah.
OP would be like, I don't wanna
Five
spend
hundred
all that much.
dollars.
Yeah, that's a lot, especially considering that they are supporting their own family and like helping financially out with the sister
Yeah. I feel
in
like
this economy.
yes, I feel like people need to sit down and talk to each other, you know? Like, this is not a phone conversation. This is definitely, as they said, like, going to the coffee shop and sitting down and
I feel
talking.
like I feel like this is like the fact that money is involved so much is making both of their defenses go up. Like
For sure.
people when money is involved, they don't want to take on
Hmm.
accountability because that means like a financial loss.
Also, when
If
money
they
is
could put
involved, oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, no, it's okay. You go ahead.
Also, when money is involved, whether people realize it or not, power dynamics kind of kick in.
Yeah. So it's hard to have like an equal grounding where
Yeah.
they both feel comfortable.
Yeah.
This is like as hard as it is, they both need to take accountability. Be like, yeah, I wasn't being very, sympathetic towards your situation, and the
Mm-hmm.
sister should be like, yeah, I should have taken accountability for my son's actions.
Yes. Unfortunate, just unfortunate. We had such jolly stories throughout the day. Incredible reading. I hope everyone who's watching this has a great time and feel uplifted after hearing all of these wonderfully joyful stories.
Yeah.
My God.
Um. Uh. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. That if you
Thank you
guys
for
watched it.
thank you for being here. This is like a funeral home. My God. Thank you
Okay.
for
What if I
coming.
what what if I did an outro? Dun dun dun
Dun
dun
dun
dun dun
dun dun
dun dun
dun.
dun 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 dun
Your
dun.
beat is so off. Do not do the
Oh.
outro.
Oh. Hmm.
Okay, you can do it.
Yay! Dun 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 dun